Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to talk about the financial technology as the next presentation. Today we're going to define what financial technology is and the history within it, also what comes next for us within the financial technology. So, the very first thing we are going to talk about is the definition, or what is it? What is financial technology or fintech as we know it? To simply put it, fintech is the technology that we use to improve the financial services in terms of their quality and their delivery within seconds. Nowadays we can already wire some money to someone else, and not just that, we can also work together closely with online learning system and many others that actually got delivered by these financial services. We pay some courses and then we can learn them all through online, and that is what we call as the financial technology. So basically, this financial technology comes not only within this time nowadays, but it already traced back to several decades ago, and we're going to talk about their history right now. So the history of fintech itself, according to this paper by Armoris et al., that fintech itself can be split into a number of different eras, which consist of three eras at least: the fintech 1.0, 2.0, and the 3.0. And we're going to take a look at all these eras. The very first era is the fintech 1.0, since 1886 to 1967, so it's almost 100 years. This stage actually involves just building all the infrastructures, all those infrastructures that we need in order to build this so-called financial technology to support the globalized financial services, and that includes this first transatlantic cable that took place a long time ago, 1866, and then the Fed wire in the USA, which enabled the first electronic fund transfer system using technologies like telegraph and Morse code and many others. And the second fintech era came after 1967 up until 2008, so it's still not pretty long ago. It's only 20 years ago. The start of this phase was marked by installations of ATM machines. As we know it, ATM, automatic teller machines, were once new stuff, back in 1967, and it's actually a big deal because they actually gave us the switch from all analog data to digitalization, especially in terms of finance. And after ATM machines, we actually got a lot of things that followed, especially the Swift era, the Swift codes, and then also online revolutions, and then digital bankings, digital currencies. We are growing more and more towards. And the third financial technology era came after 2008, actually until the current years, even before the age of artificial intelligence or AI, is actually came because of the financial crisis of 2008, where a lot of banks actually lost trust within the people. So nowadays, after the crisis, they actually learned how to deal with crisis, and also how to deal with new technologies that came, especially in terms of smartphones, and then digital currencies that right now comes within the uh, technologies such as blockchain technology and AI, all the AI tools, and then third-party companies that have big data and all that sort of thing. So that's what's around us nowadays, and we are all in the fintech 3.0 era. So what's next? What's next for us? So, if we learn from the recent history that after the pandemic, one of the biggest blow during the pandemic was about the this news, yeah, within the situation at venture capital fintech investment that dropped a staggering $6.1 billion, yeah, um, and it was all because of the way they couldn't handle the uh, financial technology as a hot pancake. And there are also several other um, explanations, yeah, during those years that we could see here within the German digital banking and then the other banking sector in China and all that. They all are facing the same issue, and they have to be ready with the future of fintech. What about Indonesia? Yeah. What about Indonesia? Yeah, I think, yeah, this is one of the shortest way to put it around that fintech is set to change how money is collected and managed through a wave of integrated payment providers. So even in Indonesia, we are going to see how things have changed during the years. Yeah, maybe we don't have such platforms that I mentioned here, such as Shopify for e-commerce or even House Call Pro for plumbers and many others, but we already have their substitutions in Indonesia, such as we have Shop Indonesia probably, or even Tokopedia for Indonesians as the e-commerce, and maybe we don't have an app for plumbers, but we do have Mami Cost, for instance, that if you are looking for a place to stay for a daily basis, probably we already have all those platforms, and they are all going to be or to take part within the future of fintech. And for the last, yeah, 60 years, even after the World War II, we have learned a lot of financial technologies that have wrapped up around our very own life, and it's going to be like that for a while because nowadays we have learned that artificial intelligence could actually help us with a lot or many stuff all at once, and that's going to change a lot of things within the digital banking and digital financial services as a whole. And that's going to make a lot of impacts. Either it's in a short term or even in a long term, and that's what's going to happen. We are going to see and we are going to witness all those bumps, all those challenges coming and going one by one. So it's going to be interesting, or it's going to be worse than we ever expected. Thank you very much. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.